the bad guy asks for your keys or your wallet, people say just give it to him. But are you safe after that? I don't know. We'll find out.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers and fight their way out.
Today, our good guy is Trent. He's a young guy. He carries most places. He's also a competitive shooter. He works out in the middle of nowhere, a ranch, but he does still have to go into town and lives in town. He doesn't have a lot of tactical training. Let's see what happens.
Ryan, the Umarex guns are gassed up. We got paint markers in them. Non-lethal.
Yep.
What do we got?
Trent, young guy, gonna be fun to see what he does. Interesting background.
Yes, he's a guide and all that stuff, but he's a pro shooter. So will he make good decisions?
Yeah, just because you're fast doesn't mean you're tactical.
Well, we've got an ordinary scenario. He's just going to visit a friend. We pulled this straight from the news. It's gonna unfold from there.
Here we go. He seems a little too excited about getting attacked. Normal day, just normal day. Is he gonna think these guys are bad guys?
How you guys doing? Good.
He's like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
Hey, yo, dog, I'm gonna need those keys. I'm gonna need them keys from you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need them keys. Hey, don't put it on the floor. Don't put it on the floor. Give me.
There's not much you can do. He already has his hand on the gun.
All right, brother.
All right, you're good.
Hey.
Drop it. Drop it.
That is not exactly how I expect it to go down.
I wanna know if he got hit.
Index, index, index. Wow, that was fast. I didn't expect that. I don't think our bad guy expected that. Let's go see what he has to say.
Man, all right.
That was awesome.
Shooting people's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Trent, what the hell happened there? You were in the car. Start
sir.
with there.
All right,
Walk
so-
me through it.
Yes, sir. So I was in the car, got out, knocked on the door. As soon as I knocked on the door, two guys came out of here. So watch these guys, and as soon as I heard them talking, none of them were really doing anything
What told
crazy
you
with
that?
their hand. Just their body language. I mean,
Okay.
they weren't acting aggressive. Second time I knocked on the door, he came out acting very aggressive. He already had his hand here. I tried to throw my wallet and keys to the floor
Yep.
so that way he would try and reach down.
Had you thought through that before? Like if somebody says, give me your keys, give me your wallet?
Yes, sir. I've thought of that before, just like trying to get their attention away from me so that way I can actually draw. Then
You
when
think the bad guys maybe have thought of like, the good guys are gonna try to throw me off?
Yes, sir. No, 100%. He knew what I was doing. And then so when he went to step over, he looked down to where he was trying to put his foot. And so I saw him look away, and I thought that was going to be my
your
best
moment?
time. Yes, sir.
Did you get hit?
Yes, sir. I got hit right here.
Okay. Why did you draw? Why did you start shooting?
So he still had his hand on my gun. I still felt threatened. He was still looking at me, and I obviously don't want the dude to take my car.
Okay, okay. How you feeling?
That was awesome. That was fun. I feel like I messed up a little bit. Maybe I should have let him get away instead, because the situation was over. But now like rethinking it, but that was awesome, man.
I mean, it's hard to say that it's a complete win because you did get shot.
Yes, sir. No, 100%.
Right?
Yes, sir.
What would you do differently?
Man, honestly, I wasn't in extreme duress at that time. He still had his hand on his gun. I probably would have just let him take my car, call the police. I mean, I know my plate number, so
Okay.
probably would have been the better bet to do.
Yeah, it's a good argument though. It's like, okay, just give them your keys, just give them your car, whatever,
sir.
it's fine, who cares? Call
Yes,
the
sir.
insurance company and let them know what happened to their car.
Exactly, yeah.
But he is presenting a gun.
Yes, sir.
You don't know what he's gonna do.
Exactly, yes, sir.
You also did the competitive shooter thing where you just stood still and fired rounds.
Oh, yeah, I need to move. Oh, why didn't I move? Oh, yeah, I should have thought of that.
I mean,
But no, that's
cardboard target.
yeah, cardboard.
A-zone, right?
Yes, sir. No, that's true. I didn't even think of that. That's an interesting, so get to cover while you're shooting. I mean.
Is there any cover around here?
Yes, sir, the car. I had a car right next to me. Ah. Okay, so when do I get trained?
All right, you wanna do this?
Cool, I like that. When do I get trained?
For a lot of us, a revolver is still a great option for carry. To that end, here's the Colt King Cobra. Stone simple to operate. You just pull the trigger and it goes. 357 Magnum, a very nice trigger. You can carry it in a pocket, in a holster, a lot of different ways. Check out the Colt King Cobra for revolver carry.
All right, Trent, so we're back at the scene of the crime.
Yes, sir.
All right, you did a really good job. You put good hits on the bad guy, but your draw was kind of really obvious.
Okay, yes, sir.
And you didn't move.
Yes, sir.
You got shot. I mean, despite everything that you did right and you did well,
yes, sir.
You got shot, and that's a bad spot to get shot, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what I'm thinking is this. We got our bad guy out here. There's going to be a lot of things that people are going to say about this, but he looks down. Sure, he looks down. I mean, we could do something like, we could do this. We could do the one-handed thing. I mean, he knows what I'm doing, but if he's thinking about getting in that car, I'm doing something that's just a little more quiet in my presentation rather than just standing there and saying, hey, you.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a couple hits on him, just kind of show you what I'm doing. I'm like, listen, man, just go. I just want to go to my friend's house. And I start clearing, and I put a hit on him.
Yes, sir.
Fast draw, presentation, get my hit. I don't care if it's an A-zone. I have a feeling that all these misses behind him are when you started shooting back at him. So here, go ahead and holster this up. We're going to switch positions. You step into that position where you were standing flat-footed.
Yes, sir.
And you're thinking about what's going on. Get at the trailing edge of the door there, Shane. As soon as he moves, just put a couple on him. You can just do one. You don't have to kill him completely. As soon as he moves. You hit him right in the hand. Exactly. Why do people get shot in the hands all the time during force-on-force training? Because the hands are right here in front of them. So good high center chest hit, right?
Yes, sir.
At the least, we disabled his gun. Shane, is it harder to track him when he starts moving?
It is.
Harder to get a hit. So you got to be moving, man. If you're going to do this, you got to do it right.
Yes, sir.
So this time when we do this scenario, I want you to really think about it, because after all, who has the ultimate decision in whether or not you're going to get shot?
He does.
Right, because he's already got a gun in his hand. Now,
Yes,
you
sir.
can let him get away. You can let him walk away.
Yes, sir.
But it's up to him whether or not he's going to shoot you before he fully leaves.
Yes, sir.
But if you're going to shoot, you need to be doing something to make yourself safe. Creating distance, putting something between you and him.
Yes, sir.
And make sure you get hits on target.
Yes, sir.
The Ruger Max 9, very popular carry gun, 9mm, lots of ammo, small package to carry. Now they offer it with a Ruger Ready Dot right on top. You can run it with an optic, and this one is made for carry. It's stone simple, no batteries, no sighting in, runs on fiber optic, and it has a very large 15 MOA dot. And it's made for the Max 9. Check it out, the Ruger Max 9 with the Ruger Ready Dot right on top.
Brought to you by Range Ready, preparing you to win the day, one shot at a time.
So what do you do if someone has the drop on you? That means that they've either got a gun pointed at you, or they've got their hand on a gun in their waistband in a holster, or have a gun in their hand next to their side. How much time does it take for you to draw? Chances are it's going to be a bad trade if you try to draw on somebody that already has a gun in their hand. So I've got this little LCP. It's a popular gun for me to carry. Just a little sticky holster that keeps it in my waistband. But I'm going to use my shot timer to see how fast I can actually draw and present, because there are things that I can do that could give me the edge. Gun comes out. Good center mass hit. 1.87. That's almost 2 seconds. That is a really long time. If I practice this and I keep doing it over and over again, I can definitely get it somewhere down around a second. But still, what does it take for me to do this from here to there and get a hit on you? Well, what if I caused a distraction? When the timer goes off, that means that the bad guy has looked the other way. Maybe he heard something, he thinks about it. I'm still gonna move fast. 1.64. Now, if that guy's distracted and he looks away and I can do that, that's great. If I can add movement to that, that's even better. But I also know that when I start moving really dynamically, it's a lot harder to shoot. So get out to the range, get yourself a shot timer, and think about what it takes from draw to first shot, and it has to be a good hit.
First Person Defender brought to you by Ruger, T4E, and Colt.
This is gonna be tougher.
It's gonna be a thinking game. You're just gonna have to think. Regular day.
Just go. Nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens.
I feel like Trent should stop coming to this neighborhood.
I know, it's a bad place.
How y'all doing? Good. How are you, sir?
Look at him. Look at him.
Drop it.
Wow.
That happened fast.
He emptied that gun. Index, index, index! That's funny. Good job. Boy, he used those guys as cover. He pulled away, got around him. He saw the guy with the gun. Young people, they can learn.
Dude.
That was a lot different than the first one. I wasn't expecting that.
It feels same but different, right?
Yes, sir, yeah.
How are you feeling right now? You're panting.
Yes, sir. No, it's an adrenaline rush. It was weird to see him all three come out, and that threw me for a spin. But I saw him clear his shirt, and I saw the handgun in his pocket.
Really?
And then he started walking up, and I was like, ah! So I used the bystanders as cover. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but.
They were his partners. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. When you drew, what did you see? What did he do?
So he immediately started to kind of cower till he could get his out, and then he got his out and started firing.
Yeah. All right, did you get hit?
Yes, sir, I did.
You did?
I got hit here, arm, and then leg.
3 times?
Yes, sir, I got hit 3 times.
All right, well, I understand that you had to draw because you saw him putting his hand on a gun.
Yes, sir, he is.
You decided to draw then?
Yes, sir.
What do you think would have happened if you hadn't drawn your gun?
I don't know, I was worried that he was already gonna draw, so as soon as I saw the gun and him on it, it freaked me out a little bit, so I immediately just felt in danger, so I went for mine.
Tell me what happened after. You hopped the fence like a deer, and like what did you decide to do there?
So I wanted to keep my eyes on him instead of having to look down while I was stepping, because he still had the gun closer to him.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to keep my eyes on him. I knew I was at slide lock, but he doesn't have to know that.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
You knew you were at slide lock.
Yes, sir. I saw it, so I didn't want him to know that, so I just decided keep it pointed on him.
I like
keep pressing forward.
One thing you did, you got pretty close.
Yes, sir.
Why do you have to get close? If he reanimates,
Yes, sir.
be far away.
Okay.
Be behind a car. Maybe already, now you're like, okay, let me get over here, let me reload in case he does reanimate.
Okay.
Are you a police officer?
No, sir.
Are you here to collect evidence?
No, sir.
You know?
Yes,
like,
I know. That's
but
a good
people,
point.
it's a bad habit. People see a lot of stuff in movies and TV shows. They want to go up to the bad guy and grab the gun and move the gun and all that stuff. Also, if he's down on the ground, what about going behind him? He's laying like this. Why stay here where you could be behind him? So you saw the guy with the gun, but we've told you all 3 of them were in on it.
Yes, sir.
What did the other 2 guys do? Did you see them?
Yes, sir. So as soon as I drew, I don't know where they went afterwards. I wasn't paying attention as soon as I saw the gun. The other 2 guys, as soon as I drew and they saw my gun, they took off to the left. I lost sight of them at that point, and I have no idea where they went.
Did you ever think to look for them? Did they have guns? Maybe they were going to be pointing them at you?
I didn't think of that at all, honestly. As soon as I saw them run, I was focused on gun. And
Yeah.
I just kind of got
Laser
mind
focus.
locked. Yes, sir.
Tunnel vision, it's a real thing.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, Ryan. Great scenario, way more difficult. I thought he did a great job. I hate that he got shot.
He did a really good job. I mean, he actually is starting to think about being a little bit tactical, concealing his draw, using those guys walking by as concealment. He didn't know they were bad guys.
Right.
And I mean, obviously a good shooter. You got a lot of hits on target.
Yeah, we don't ever want to use bystanders as cover. He did a great job. He didn't know they were bad guys, which was fine, right? But those bad guys, they took off as soon as gunfire erupted.
He emptied his gun, and I love how he kept pointing his gun, and he knew he was at slide lock, but I love that he kept pointing at the bad guy.
Right, it's another case for, you know, you can't have too many bullets, and those Umarex guns only hold 8, and I didn't give him a spare mag, but hey, you know what? He still won the fight. I hated that he came in close, but you covered it, you told him about it, he knows now.
He got shot 3 more times, and really honestly, that's when people learn.
I'll tell you what, training is where we make mistakes, and this was good training.
It was. To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.